Donald Trump's plan to nominate as FBI director the deep state conspiracy theorist Kash Patel, a virulent critic of the Bureau who has threatened to fire its top echelons and shut down the agency's headquarters, is facing blowback in Congress as U.S. senators begin to flex their muscles ahead of a contentious confirmation process. Politicians from both main parties took to the Sunday talk shows to express starkly divergent views on Patel, whom Trump announced on Saturday as his pick to lead the most powerful law enforcement agency in the U.S. The move is dependent on the incumbent FBI chief, Christopher Wray, who Trump himself placed in the job in 2017, either being fired or resigning. It is already clear that confirming Patel through the U.S. Senate is likely to be less than plain sailing. Mike Rounds, a Republican senator from South Dakota, indicated that Patel could face a tough confirmation battle. Rounds pointedly sang the praises of the existing FBI director in an interview with ABC's This Week. He said that Wray, who still has 3 more years of his 10-year term to serve, was a very good man, adding that he had no objections about the way that he is doing his job right now. The senator also emphasized the separation of powers between President and Senate, signaling possible trouble for Patel. Rounds said he gave presidents the benefit of the doubt, but also emphasized that we have a constitutional role to play, that's the process. Other Republican senators rallied to Patel's side. Ted Cruz, the senator from Texas, told CBS's Face the Nation that he believed Patel would be confirmed. Patel is a very strong nominee to take on the partisan corruption of the FBI. Bill Hagerty, a Republican senator from Tennessee, said on NBC's Meet the Press that he would vote to confirm Patel. Kash is the best at uncovering what's happened to the FBI and I look forward to seeing him taking it apart, he said. Patel is a Trump loyalist who has published children's books featuring King Donald. He has long denigrated the FBI as a pillar of what he calls the deep state or the corrupt ruling class. In an interview with Sean Ryan in September, Patel vowed to shut down the FBI's headquarters in Washington, D.C. and reopen the building the following day as a museum of the deep state. He has also threatened to use the power of federal law enforcement to go after those he claims are responsible for corrupting the federal government, a list of whom he published in his memoir. Jake Sullivan, Joe Biden's current national security advisor, was among that list. Patel called him one of the corrupt actors of the First Order. Sullivan was asked by ABC's This Week whether he was worried personally about Patel's potential leadership of the FBI, given the threats against him. He declined to comment, saying he was wholly focused on keeping the country safe in the remaining 50 days of his term in office. But he did highlight that Biden had kept Wray on as FBI chief, despite having inherited the official from Trump. Sullivan said that Wray served with distinction, entirely insulated from politics or the partisan preferences of the current sitting president. This is a good, deep bipartisan tradition that President Biden has adhered to. Jamie Raskin, a House Democrat from Maryland, challenged the claim by Trump and Patel that the FBI had been politically weaponized under Biden to go after Republicans. He pointed out on CNN's State of the Union that over the past 4 years the FBI had prosecuted the disgraced Democratic senator from New Jersey, Bob Menendez, and the Texas Democrat Henry Cuellar. I think that's what they mean when they talk about politicization in the deep state, anybody who doesn't do the will of Donald Trump, Raskin said. According to an Axios report on Sunday, Trump had initially planned to appoint Patel as deputy FBI director but changed his mind after his pick to head the agency, the state attorney general of Missouri, Andrew Bailey, failed to impress him. Raising Patel to the #1 position makes the move far more politically loaded. Despite the storm he is generating, Trump shows no sign of moderating his leadership choices for his upcoming administration. Over the weekend he tapped Charles Kushner, father of his son-in-law Jared Kushner and a convicted felon whom Trump pardoned in 2020, as U.S. ambassador to France. On Sunday, Trump announced on Truth Social that he had chosen his daughter Tiffany's father-in-law, Masoud Boulos, to be senior advisor on Arab and Middle Eastern affairs. Boulos, a Lebanese billionaire, was active in Trump's presidential campaign as a liaison with Arab American and Muslim leaders. Trump has also picked a county sheriff, Chad Chronister, from Florida to head the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA. The agency will have a key role in attempting to fulfill Trump's pledge to staunch the cross-border flow of fentanyl and other drugs into the U.S., which is already causing diplomatic tensions with Canada and Mexico. Chronister's father-in-law, Edward DeBartolo, was pardoned by Trump 3 years ago on a 1998 conviction for involvement in a gambling fraud case. DeBartolo, the former owner of the San Francisco 49ers American football team, was fined $1 million and suspended by the NFL for a year.